Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Melanie. I do a variety of videos, including vlogs. This isn't like a typical vlog, it's just a chatty video that hopefully won't go on longer than 10 minutes because I've got things to do. Yeah. And B, because I'm not well. I don't know why I'm laughing about that because I don't feel great. But if you haven't seen any of the other videos or you've watched bits of the videos or whatever, I'm not editing for the foreseeable future. By this point I've been saying it a week, maybe 2 weeks, and I keep saying it's going to be anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 months. So obviously it's going to be longer than 2 weeks. So anything that I film is not going to be edited in any way. So if I ramble on, I ramble on. If there's dogs barking or children screaming or things going on in the background that I would normally be able to edit out to some extent, that's not going to happen. Main reason is lack of time, but there are other reasons. So this is just a chatty sit down video. I wish I could sit down for 10,000 years, and you're not going to see me. So if you like watching me and you like me talking but you don't like it when you don't see me, then this might not be for you. But you really don't need to see me for me to talk anyway. And it's much easier for me not to film myself because I've got the phone out my hands and I can just sit here. So I basically need to film content, and even though I don't fully feel up to filming, I could feel worse tomorrow, or I might not feel worse, I might feel better, who knows? Like, you can't predict things. Like, I didn't predict that I'd wake up feeling this unwell today, but I have felt worse, and that's why I'm trying to carry on as much as I can, because I could potentially get worse or I could potentially get better. But in case I get worse, there's a few things that I would like to get done today. What was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say. Yeah, I have quite a few videos. Depends what you'd say quite a few is. Some people might think quite a few is like 8. Other people might think quite a few is 50. Like, I don't have 50, but I do have some videos that I have filmed. Now, I don't know what order things are going to go up in because, they've not even been scheduled. Those ones that I'm talking about, ones that I'm sat here. Well, I've been sat in other rooms. There's like a 7-8 part set of videos about one subject that isn't even about me. Although I'm sure I mentioned something about myself in the videos. I've not even finished the videos. I think there's 6 or 7 parts filmed. They're not massive parts, by the way. There's been times where I've just had to stop filming because of reasons. You'll know if you watch the videos, but they may not go up before this video, so obviously I can't talk about the contents of that video because it's not going to make sense if this goes up first. Like, I don't know what's going to go up when. All I know is I've got video scheduled and that's it. And it is super helpful for me to have videos scheduled because I don't have to think about it for how many days, which is also super helpful because if I've got like 5-7 videos scheduled, I don't need to think about it until day 6 and then get some more scheduled. But I've not been filming much. Well, obviously I did a 7-part something that needs concluding. It might even get to 9 parts because I can't see me being able to conclude it in 1 part. But then again, I don't remember what I got up to. Like, I can't remember. All I remember is like I think the last thing that I was filming, I got interrupted and I had to suddenly stop filming. And that was last week. I don't even know what day it was. Like, I literally don't know. So, I'm not very well. I don't know why I'm even laughing every time I say that. It's because someone has actually given me an illness. And this person is meant to tell me if they're feeling under the weather so I can avoid them as much as possible. and like, do you know what I mean, take any precautions necessary to try and not catch it, because they continuously pass on viruses, bugs, whatever you want to call them. And I have quite a weak immune system and I catch everything. And this person in particular, some of you know who it is what is often referred to as a carrier. So it's someone who basically catches things and they pass it on, and they don't always necessarily get unwell themselves. Sometimes they do get a little bit unwell, but they never get, or they rarely get, like a full-on illness. They'll just get a little bit unwell or feel a little bit under the weather, or sometimes they just don't feel too like they'll just feel like a tiny bit unwell, but then they will pass it on. And I'm the type of person that picks up practically everything going, and I'll get quite unwell because of health issues that I've got. So this person's meant to basically tell me if they're feeling unwell, and I could tell there was something wrong with them for days, and I kept saying, like, are you ill? Oh no, I feel fine. Or I was getting, oh, I've got a bit of a runny nose, but I had it yesterday, then I didn't. Oh, I had it the day before yesterday, and yesterday I didn't have it, but today I have it a little bit. I think it's hay fever. And I'm like, well, I had the most horrific hay fever in my life this year, and it doesn't stop even like on a day where there's not as much pollen or whatever it is that's causing the hay fever or allergies. I still get it. Yeah, it's not as bad every single day depending on like how high the levels are, but I still have the symptoms every single day. But they just kept denying being ill. They kept saying, oh, I feel fine, blah blah blah. And then there was a day where it was very obvious that they were sick, but they were like, oh no, I'm fine. It turns out they weren't fine. And I've not done a video about, I was going to do a video about it, so I won't do it in this because this is just about me getting ill. But I started to feel unwell after, I don't know how many days of like suspecting they were unwell, but they've lied and basically said they're fine, even though they know I need to know so I can basically try and avoid getting sick. Obviously, it's not guaranteed that I would have avoid getting sick, but obviously, if I'm aware that they definitely are sick and it's something that I could catch, then I would obviously try my best not to catch it. But obviously, you know, if it happens, it happens. But, you know, I'd like the opportunity to be able to not catch it or try and prevent it if I'm able to. But I started to feel on Saturday night when I went to bed, I was literally so cold. Now I know the weather has changed, but even when it's like -3 outside, I'm not as cold as I was that night. And I literally slept in so much, which again isn't like me, because sometimes even if I get in bed and I'm cold, I'll guarantee by the time I get up in the morning, any extra layers or most of what I've got on, if not everything, will be completely off. And I did, like, when I woke up at one point, oh god, the dog wants to come in for the 900th time. I need an electric door or something. Because I'm not editing, we have to walk across the room and let the husky in. Alright? She's in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And obviously I've left the door so she can now push it open again. But if she pushes it open, I'm going to have to walk across the room and push it back too again. So yeah, I was absolutely unbelievably cold. Now, like, there's being cold and then there's being cold. You know, like when you're cold and you put something on and like instantly you feel a bit better, but like the longer you got it on, the better you feel. No, I was literally so cold in bed. And even when I woke up in the night, normally, like I said, something would come off, if not most or everything. Nope, nothing came off until maybe an hour before I got up for the day, or before I woke up, because I didn't get up straight away. I think I took something off. All the top half stayed on, but I think I took some off the bottom half. And then on Sunday, I just felt like I wasn't I was actually too hot on Sunday, ironically, because, you know, someone else was freezing and had the heating on all day, and I had to suffer. I had to turn the radiator off in here, like, had the back door open, like, I was too hot Sunday. I was more tired than normal, but not like, do you know, like when you get ill and you wake up and you feel like you've not slept for about a month? Not that tired, but I was more tired than I should have been. And I had a very, very slight sore throat, like, do you know, like a very slight sore throat, like, you know it's there, but it doesn't really bother you that much, but like it's a little bit uncomfortable. I think those were my main symptoms. I think I might have had a slight headache. In fact, I need to get a drink, so there's going to be a part 2 to this, but that's good for me because that's extra content that I definitely need. So if you want to know part 2, or you've had enough, you might want to skip part 2. Like I've said in other videos where there's more than one part, they potentially won't go up back to back. So, I mean, I could put 2 up in a day, or I could put a video up and then a different video that day. Like, you know, who knows what's going to happen with the video situation, because obviously I had planned 365 videos, but then the way my neighbours have made me feel has prevented me from posting videos like I should have done months ago. I know I've managed to get one up daily for a few weeks now, which has been good, and that's why I'm trying to get as much pre-filmed content as possible, because if it's up ready I can schedule it. So that's why I hope that there's always at least like 5 to 10 videos that I can use on the channel, just in case I'm unable to film for whatever reason. Like if I get more unwell, obviously if I was going to film tomorrow, which I have no plans of, but if I wanted to do a story time or a true story, whatever, I wouldn't be able to film if I get any more worse than what I am. Oh, come on. I need a drink. But there might be days where I might be able to get 2 videos up, or like I said, there's like a 7 series story time. I mean, I don't know if I needed that many parts, but there's going to be at least one more part to it. I am not going to put up all those videos in order, because there's people who might not want to watch that type of video, and they might want to watch food hauls, or they might want to watch unboxings or dog walks or parts of them. So if I put up 7 or 8 videos like of a story one after another, everyone's, well, not everyone, but some people be like, yeah, I'm not going to watch any more of her videos. So that story time in particular will probably go up over 2 weeks, because it's a lot of videos. But like I said, they might not go up before this, so I'm not going to allude to what that story is, and I need to finish it because it has since concluded. The conclusions happened during the filming process. But if you want to know the rest of the story, look out for part 2. This video won't say part 1 on it, because I never like to give away the fact that it's going to be at least 2 parts. But you'll be able to see from the title of whatever part 2 is that it's obviously the concluding part. Hopefully it's the concluding part of this video. But if you're new to my channel, or you watch my videos but you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to press the notification button to get an alert when I upload next. It'll also let you know when the concluding part is. Don't forget to leave a comment below and like the video if you enjoyed it. If I've already said this, I can't even remember. My bloody head's just not good. But yeah, hope you all have an amazing day, and thank you for watching.